welcome back. We're going to try and dive straight into this because I think this video might be a little longer than normal with the depth we kind of go into on the map. So we're going to be looking at Matka Underground and why it's the best map for starting out in Wipe by a mile for unlocking traders and for getting our overall level up so we can get the bunker upgrades. So essentially what we want to be doing is it's the kill 25 Fenix with SMGs in 5 raids. So you do have 5 raids to get them 25 kills, but you can do it in 1. If you want to level minty while you're doing it, 15 Fenix in 3 raids, you can run that. And then at the minute I'm grinding out AP, so I've got these running in the background. So we're going to start our route from here, from this station. I'll pin that up on the map so you can see where we are. And then we're going to do this rotation. I'll put a Fenix kill counter up in the top because I'm just doing this in a training raid. So the quest doesn't actually gain progress. You want a headshot where you can. Through the train. Always check this corner. Then we're going to drop down into the sewers. Careful as you peek. Check that little back corner there. People like to hide in that. Should have 2 Fenix in here. Yeah. They're at the back there. Taking shots at us. That's okay. That's 2. 3 in total. And then we're going to go through here. There's a player spawn in that back corner over there. And then we should have a Fenix there. Through this little tunnel. Should be 2 Fenix down here. Should be. It might be pathing weird because we're in a training raid, but there's the one there. So that's 5 so far. Remember, we need to try and get 25. So through here. Up this ladder. And then we're back up in the center of the sewers. Now, the easiest way to remember this is we're just going straight across. There's another. That's 6. You do want to be watching your corners as you're coming through here. There's another. 7. Should be another one. 8. Can sometimes be one in this corridor. And then down, drop down from that ladder out into here. Be a Fenix here. Our gun is empty. And then left. If you want to risk it, there's a Fenix down there. Can be pretty hot for players, but if we cut left out of here, we're back where we started, and the Fenix should have respawned. So there's one. Oh, hello. 2. And then there's another. I've actually lost count now of how many I've killed, but it's fine. We're going to do that route once more. So before I go back into the sewers, I tend to come up here. Usually one or two up here. Depends how lucky you get. Sometimes there's two, sometimes there's one. And then that is the route in a nutshell. So now back down the steps. I'm gonna run through that route once more. And yeah, see, one's already respawned down there. Hit headshots where you can. Keep checking your corners as you're moving. You're probably going to want to be a small amount slower than what I'm moving now. Just because, you know, you're in a live raid. There's going to be players. But as I said before, the beauty with this map is you can just, if you're really not confident, if you're new and you're just trying to get some aim training in, you can just chill somewhere for 5 minutes. Let the sweats have their fight. Let us have a bit of fun killing each other. And then you can just start doing this rotation. You see, the Phoenix spawns so quickly. You do get through a lot of ammo. But that's fine. Ammo's pretty cheap. You can obviously loot as you're doing this if you want to. I tend to just fill my backpack with whatever I can find as I'm moving. Straight through. That's extract opening. Phoenix down there. CX-8 is just a great gun for starter wipe. It's really good. And then round. Pretty sure that guy just got shot in the head. Bled from the head. But didn't die. I do recommend bringing a couple of stims with you when you're doing this. Have to use an SMG. If you're just doing it for EXP, you can bring like an M4, and then you can reload from the Stanag mags that they drop. But for the sake of what we're here doing today, you need to be using an SMG. Right, we're going to finish this run off. Right, I've lost count of how many we've killed. You would normally be able to just bring your menu up and check on your quests, but like I say, we're in a training raid. So we're not getting progress, but that's 2 runs. So we're done. If you've got this side, you can extract from here. If not, you need to find your way out to another extract. Usually, if you just find your way to follow the tracks to these platforms, find the escalator. It's pretty self-explanatory then which way to go to get out. This one down. And I don't think it's going to even give us a kill counter. Because of it being in a training raid, but we'll get ourselves to the extract. And there we go. So I'll sum that up for the video so you can see how many we killed. It translates to an absolute ton. Yeah, we don't get a kill list, unfortunately. But that's fine. A quick look at the spawns so you can find your way over to where we start the run. The beauty with Matka is you're really not that confident in the game yet. You can just chill here. Wherever you spawn, find a dark corner, sit there for 5 minutes, let everybody fight themselves out. But yeah, so from here we are, I'll put the radar up in the corner, you've got that, that's where we've spawned. But this isn't a bad spawn, it's just down this escalator. That's the start of the route down here. So we're right there now, so we can get straight into the grind. This spawn, which is sort of halfway through our route anyway. If you do spawn down here at the bottom of this ladder, recommend backtracking on yourself a little bit. Follow this path through. It brings you out into the bottom end of the sewers, which is the way I'd recommend going. Oh, go away. So another possible spawn is down in the sewers here. If you do get this spawn, I'll put it up on the map. You've got to be mindful that there's a spawn where we just were at the bottom of that ladder that could come round on you. I would personally push up through here, take the Phoenix out. There could be a spawn through that door where I've got my torch shining right now. So yeah, you just need to be mindful of those spawns. You can just pick up the route that we go through later in the video from here. There's a spawn on the train. You can spawn here. Got two options. You can go back through the blue door. If you go right, you can try and catch that spawn off guard, or you can go round and follow the path up. The other option is to push out onto the track here. Start just popping Phoenix off straight away. I'd be mindful of escalators wherever you see them. There can be spawns at the top of those escalators. So that was one of the first ones we got in there. Our first spawn was up there. So it's just to be mindful of that. Okay, we're on the other side of the map now. I'll point to the platform that we're on. There's a spawn in this train here. So I think you spawn right at the back down there. There's also a spawn up the escalator and round right to the top. You can spawn up there. So if you do spawn up there, it's the same. If you spawn sort of out near the extracts, you just follow it down to the escalator. The point of reference I use for this one is if there's a train on both sides of the track. That's how I identify where I am here. So for both of them, you can either go straight through this little cubby way into the old bunker area for the hotspot. You can chill at the back and wait, or you can go down this way for a slightly safer route into the underground. There is a player spawn down there, which we're going to walk to in a minute. So if you do spawn here, I generally just keep an eye on this because they'll come running down the edge of this train track here. So this is the train slightly further down the track to where we just spawned. So there's a player spawn in here. My usual way to start this spawn is I'll jump down and run right and try and catch that player spawn down the bottom. This is the way to another player spawn and a bit of a shortcut into the sewers. So we'll jump down to that next spawn point. We're right down the far end of the other track now. That up on the map. There is a spawn here, kind of where I'm stood at the back corner. I tend to just run out and have a look around. If you've got the sort of escalator there, but no track on this side, it's a clue to what sort of side of the map you're on. There's quite a bit of loot around this area you can grab, but just be mindful of, there's two player spawns up this escalator, so be careful of people potentially coming down. So we've got a potential spawn up here. I just want to point this one out in particular because when you leave the spawn and you come down into here, if you've got this area, and the way you'll know is it's quite stubby compared to the others, and there's this little bathroom on the left. There's a player spawn in this bathroom, but I would, instead of going down the escalator, personally, I prefer to go into this room. And then while we're in here, this right here, that's extract opening. This right here is another player spawn. So if you could get either of these spawns, I'd try and either get the player off the bat. If you are just going to chill, sort of hide out of the way. And then I like to take this hole down into the sewers. And then you can follow this round. And then we're back in this middle bit. And then from here, you follow the lower yellow tube. And that will bring you onto our farming route. So if you found that useful, let me know below. If you find yourself coming back, please consider dropping a sub. Really helps the channel. And yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next one.